107 years ago.
You are now listening to
The Red Dot.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. You're a lying dog-faced Tony soldier. You said you were.
There are known knowns. There are things we know we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there are some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
All right.
Well,
Wow.
guess what, Dingo?
You tell me.
We are almost at a pinnacle point in our podcasting career.
Oh my God. Do we have 1,000 listeners? Can we monetize?
No.
Well, what the fuck? What have you been doing with your time?
I don't know.
Me either.
We are currently sitting at 99 followers on Twitter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, one more, we hit 100.
What one of you needs to open a Twitter account. I know that sounds horrible, but just do it.
Shorty just needs to get a Twitter account and then just follow us.
We should make you do that. That is exactly what we should do. You know, I don't have a Twitter account either. I could just go online and make one and be the 100th follower.
Hey. I think once you hit 100, then you just start getting automatic Twitter followers, right? Is that how it works?
Well, that's not quite how it works there. Let me tell you, there's a lot more illegal activity involved in there than you think.
Well, welcome everyone. We are the Red Dots. I'm Scrap, and I'm here with my co-host Dingo.
Aye.
And our audio engineer Shorty.
What's good?
So today's show, we will be talking about ICP,
Gangsta.
the dynamic duo,
Also gangsta.
Fulton County,
Not so gangsta.
Rocket Penis,
Definitely gangsta.
the Fungus Among Us,
Hot.
and we pop tops to Officer Ronald Kennedy.
No comment.
So, to continue our theme from last week, we are going to stay controversial. But before we get into the real controversy, here's a small taste of the kind of controversy we're about to bring you to get the palate ready.
God, bro, it's freaking hot in here. Are you sweating?
Yes.
Are you guys sweating?
Yes.
This is... We turned the fan off for you guys. I hope you know that. And we're all suffering.
Well, first, what I want to say controversially is Trump was way too liberal.
I agree. That liberal, soft-toed, mitten-wearing.
He obviously didn't grab life by the pussy.
Oh, he certainly did not. He talks about it, but he ain't being about it.
Second thing is, the Insane Clown Posse dropped a new album this year. The album is titled Yum Yum's Lore. It was released in February.
That's a really odd name.
I thought it was really good, and dare I say, I think they are making a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I've been listening to ICP since 2000s. Like, I really got into them when I first heard The Great Malenko back in the 2000s.
Yeah.
That's when I started. Yeah.
Yeah, and it, like, ever since then, I've been a hardcore, like, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a juggalo, but I am down with the clown. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah, I'm down with the clown too. I wouldn't consider myself a juggalo, but I definitely respect the juggalos.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've been called it before. Absolutely been called a juggalo. Used to live with juggalos. Have a lot of friends who are juggalos.
Yeah.
Done business with JM when they thought they were a gang. Like, you know,
Which JM?
The Juggalo Mafia?
Oh, okay. There's a juggalo mafia.
Oh yeah, no, there was actually, and they're crazy. They're carrying around the axes and shit. They wouldn't do anything to you. They're harmless. But I mean, like, no. So the Great Malenko totally started me off. I went all the way through, man. Hell's Pit, dude, the beats on there. That's what always got me was the beats.
Yeah.
They had good beats.
Damn.
Good
Oh
music.
yeah, Violent J, right? He's
Yes.
the one who did the beats.
No. Shaggy Two Dope does the beats.
Shaggy
He's
did
the DJ. Yeah.
did the beats?
Shaggy's the DJ.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Fucking brilliant.
Yes.
Even Dark Lotus. Did you guys get into Dark
Yeah, I
Lotus?
got
at
into
all?
Dark Lotus.
No, not really for me.
Yeah,
I didn't do not.
I
too
mean,
much
I got
Dark
into most of psychopathic, like AMP, Dark Lotus,
Oh,
Twisted.
Axe Murder Boys,
Yeah, hell
dude,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah. I got into a bunch of psychopathic back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my like listening from like 2000 to like 2005.
Oh man, I don't
so.
blame you. No, I was right there with you, falling down that wormhole. I'd almost venture to say, And I was listening to Yellow Wolf today. Yellow Wolf reminds me of the Axe Murder Boys in his cadence.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, he does have that
Like,
same
and
kind
his
of
beats.
Yeah, he does have that same kind of like style, like I said, cadence. Definitely, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they never became more mainstream. It was probably all the middle-aged white women who were just angry about it.
Well, and a lot of it is because their lyrics can't be played on radio. Yeah, and
yeah.
if they did have radio songs, I'm sure they'd be a lot bigger than what they were.
Yeah.
True.
You know.
True. They're like the opposite of Tech Nine.
Yeah.
Well, and they were like the black sheeps. You know what I'm saying? They were
Yeah.
very alienated because of their style of music and because of the shit that they talked about. And it's kind of like the whole Eminem thing. Because remember how when they came after Eminem, when they're like, oh, he's talking about killing people and doing this and that. And then Eminem came out with Criminal. And when he's like, you people actually think I'm going to do this shit? He's like, no, I just rap about it. It was kind of the same with ICP. Like, they just rap about it. They're not going around fucking beehives and licking
Yeah,
guys' assholes. No,
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
It's just shit they talk about. You know?
Yeah. No, Eminem definitely burned him with that track, especially when he was like, I shot paintballs at your truck. And you know it happened. It had to have happened.
And when they brought those, I think he brought like blow up dolls of them on like on stage on one of his shows. It was like, and then they came out with Slim Anus and shit like that. Like they had that big feud for a while. But I don't remember if they did.
Look what I'm planning.
I think at some point they squashed it. Like they were like, you know what, we're done. Like squash this beef.
I feel like once you get that big, at some point, you have to squash it. You can't just fight forever. I mean, look at Tupac and Biggie, which, of course, was not orchestrated by them, but nothing lasts forever, and it's only going to end badly. Eventually, you just have to be, like, F it.
Yeah.
I think he even squashed this shit with MGK, didn't he? Eminem?
No.
No, they're still fighting? They're still battle rapping, at least?
It's just M's like, I don't give a fuck about you, dude. He's like, I don't care.
Well, and also MGK's fucking his daughter, so...
No way.
No, she's not. No. MGK's fucking Megan. Megan, what's her name? I forgot her last name. Megan Fox. Yeah.
Ooh,
MGK's fucking
good for him.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Even wearing all pink like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Like
impressive.
his last album, that Tickets to My Downfall, terrible.
Yeah,
in my opinion. In my opinion, I fucking hated it.
Oh,
because
God,
it's
yeah.
Not, it's not what who MGK was, and I respected MGK for Lace Up, like that whole Lace Up album, fucking sick. I love that album, but. After what was that other
Was he even old enough to drink when he made that album?
Lace Up? I think so. Yeah, I think he was because he had his daughter.
He's super young.
Yeah, because he had his daughter by that time, and his daughter is like 6 now, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
He was older, but I mean, look at our ages, guys. By the time he gets to our age, he's gonna look back at himself and probably just be embarrassed. Be like, I can't believe I did that shit. But yeah, if Haley starts cheating on me, you guys need to let me know.
Jesus Christ.
And now I'm gonna get burned by Eminem.
Oh yeah. Dude, have you seen Haley? I mean, no homo, but have you seen Haley's boyfriend? Like, good looking dude. Like, and she's a good looking woman. So I mean, shit.
Yeah?
So she is cheating on me, or are you talking about me? Shit.
You see, upon listening to ICP's new album, I found myself in a phase of nostalgia. The new album brought everything we love about an ICP album. It had strange melodic hip-hop beats mixed with guitar riffs and dope-ass scratching, short stories, and lyrics that talk about killing and slapping bitches.
All our favorite things, Stu.
Their new style was not present in this album, which is molding rock with hip-hop, a style they mastered in the double album Bizarre Bizarre. So, I set off on my 4-day journey of listening to every CD they released, from the first Inner City Posse EP to Yum Yum's Lore.
Jesus.
That's a lot of albums.
4 days.
Yes. But at the time of writing this, I had only made it as far as Hell's Pit. Upon listening to Ringmaster, I was pulled back when I saw the release date. It was released in 1994. So that got me wondering, when was Dog Beats EP released? It was released in 1991, and their first LP, the first Joker card, Carnival of Carnage, was released in 1992. That's when I realized that ICP was part of the pioneering wave of what is called the Renaissance era, or the golden age of hip-hop in the 90s. They were releasing LPs alongside Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and Eazy-E on the West Coast, and Nas, B.I.G., Jay-Z, and Wu-Tang Clan on the East Coast. They helped pioneer a version of hip-hop called horrorcore alongside Brother Lynch Hung, just like Dr. Dre helped pioneer G-Funk on the West Coast. East Coast hip-hop doesn't have a subgenre because obviously they are better than everyone.
Not enough imagination.
So, 1992, the first album, The Joker Card, Carnival of Carnage, sold 500,000 in the first year. 1994, the second, Ringmaster went certified gold. 1995, third, Riddlebox certified gold.
God, Riddlebox was a good one too. Actually,
Riddlebox.
that's when I got in. Actually,
Yes.
if
Riddlebox?
I remember right, was
Yeah.
Riddlebox.
I mean, I loved all the Joker cards, man. All
They
the Joker
were
cards for me
all
was
great.
fucking awesome.
No, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all right. 1997, the fourth album, The Great Malenko reached certified platinum.
Great Malenko. Yeah, nice, dude. It's still ingrained in our brains.
Oh yeah.
1999, The Amazing Jekyll Brothers, certified platinum. And the last Joker card, The Wraith, Shangri-La, sold 500,000, but did not reach the threshold to receive a gold certification, which sucks. But no, and what I'm wondering is maybe the reason it didn't reach the threshold is because that's the time when everybody's fucking downloading and pirating music. So maybe a lot of album sales went off because of that.
1999, yeah,
Well,
that's the age
But
of...
that's also another thing too, is that the Wraith Shangri-La, the Wraith was two things. It was Shangri-La and Hell's Pit.
Yes, Hell's Pit ended up getting released like a year after.
Exactly.
Yes,
So Shangri-La was basically two
it should have been a two-parter because it would have
Yeah.
made more sense if they released it at the same time, which
Exactly.
they should have done, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's
but,
there.
But you're absolutely right, man. I'm thinking back to 1999. That is right when Napster went
Yep.
down and LimeWire came out. And
Everybody
was
wow.
just... Dude, I ripped a very awesome top-down RPG video game that I played the shit out of on Battle.net.
Yeah, so you mean you
During that time, I mean, like everybody was just downloading everything,
Mm-hmm.
movies. You could get the DVD rips where they still had the timer,
and
up
it
in the
took
corner.
you
Timestamp.
100 days to get the actual file
Right,
to download.
you're doing it with a 56K baud modem. It's like DSL, and you don't want to wake your parents up. You're trying to watch some freaking porn.
Well, then like in a year, you have to get rid of the computer because you have so many fucking viruses.
Oh God, yeah. There was no antivirus. What's that? I need that.
I knowingly infected my computer with computer AIDS just to listen to fucking music.
Dude, I did too. I even installed. God, what was the firewall at the time? Black Ice, which would allow you to in real time see things that were connecting to your computer, and you could just shut it down. You could be like, I don't know what that is. Click.
Really?
Oh yeah. And I was always on the computer. I was a total nerd, so had this running in the lower left-hand corner while I'm playing my ripped version of blank game on Battle.net with up to 8 players in a game. If you haven't figured it out yet, you're under a rock.
I've already fucking figured it out. Stop.
Anyway, yeah, wow, God,
Yeah.
dude, you're taking me back.
Yeah. Well, that right there solidifies their legacy. And to whoever says ICP sucks, go fuck yourself. Have some goddamn respect,
Bitch.
youngins. I will end this segment with the quotes. It's great to be named the best at something, even if it's sucking. Violent J.
Ooh, I bet he said that.
Word.
Oh, yeah. Also, just to throw it out there, the 21st annual gathering of the Juggalos is happening in about 3 weeks. When I was looking up ticket prices, most of it was sold out.
Yeah, dude, like the gathering
Yeah.
has, like, even from when they fucking started the gathering, it has been fucking full force.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember hearing about. So it's funny, the way I heard about the gathering was from a fucking episode of fucking Workaholics. So when they went to the Dark Carnival and the gathering,
That's a good one.
that's the first time I actually found out about the gathering. And then I like, is this thing real? So I looked it up, and sure enough,
Yeah.
ever fucking since they've been going hard. Like, these guys have some fucking dedicated fans.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, regardless of if they say they fell off or whatever else,
Yeah.
these guys have been
Well,
fucking
and
dedicated.
when I was looking up the actual, like, the map of what they're doing, it's a huge fucking space that they're
yeah.
filling up, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking about there's 3, it's a 3-day thing, and they've sold out all of their RV areas. They've sold out the next down tier campsite, and they're about to sell out their 3rd tier campsite. And the only things that are currently left right now are just general admission 1-day passes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
crazy.
lie. I've never met any gangsters so loving as a juggalo.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
They
they're-
truly are like down for the brother.
Well, it's because
Yes.
they're all about family.
Yeah.
Even their song "Homies."
Homies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they're all about the Juggalo family. Like,
Yes.
they're all a family, and they're all about just loving each other and being cool. But if you cross somebody, then it's like, all right, you cross my family, you're gonna get a fucking hatchet to your brain.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like dude, and I think that's part of why it reminds me of Yellow Wolf, man. It's Bama.
Damn it, yeah, straight up, like, gangster hip
you
hop, Bama hip hop. Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
feel
cool. Come and drink some whiskey. Oh, you just scratched my car. Dead.
it. My daddy's Lambo, bro. Shoot.
So, and just to kind of let everybody know, I'm going to do a deep dive bonus episode on ICP. When I did my 4-day dive into this, they're kind of looking and reading into them. I started to see that the concept, after listening to Shangri-La, and they said it was all based on the word of God, or however they put it, and you start looking into it, the carnival itself is the concept of limbo, and each Joker card after the carnival represents an entity that tries to save a human soul by, like, show the wicked inside of oneself, which I think is fucking like
The
cool
Dark
as fuck.
Carnival.
Yes.
It's called the
insane.
Dark Carnival.
And there is a show to write about it. So that's going to happen. We have another bonus episode that will be happening in about 3 weeks. It's going to be fun. I think you guys all enjoy it, but that's topic for another time.
We should do it on YouTube, and we should all dress up Juggalo. Face paint. We'll have hatchets and just like a big bottle of Jack Daniels in the middle of the table. I got hella people who would love to be on that show.
Oh,
too.
dude, I wouldn't mind
I know.
bringing some guests. We have enough microphones to do a guest.
I think we should because
Yeah,
man,
it'd have to
there's
be-
some
it'd have to be
real
one
juggalos
person.
in this town.
One person.
Oh, I already know exactly who it would be. Michael Carnegie.
There we go. All right, I think I know that guy.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, what an unfortunate last name.
It's true. You can't argue with that. It's true.
All right, well.
Mike Carnegie. That's what we used to always call him. Because Mike Carnegie. I mean, like, come on, get out of here.
I
It sells
understand
itself.
I understand it.
Well, actually, one real quick thing before we get off the
no
topic
problem,
of
no
ICP
problem.
is, like, the thing for me, at least personally, when I started listening to them and when I started, like, getting into their other albums, my most favorite album, at least the one I treasure the most, is Hell's Pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my favorite song would be The Witch, know,
Yeah.
because that one's my favorite fucking song. But it's because I see what they were saying with the Joker cards being about, like, different entities than trying to bring you the word of God or whatever else. It's because Hell's Pit has a lot to do with suicide and emotions and being alone.
Yeah.
And, like, that whole album is just about dealing with your emotions and trying to be able to rise above it.
Yeah, I
what
agree
I'm
with
saying?
you.
And that, the witch in your room, don't listen to the witch because the witch just wants you to do evil shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that is an album for me that just touched me, man.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. Well,
What about you, man?
oh, you know what, man? I have a hard time going through and listening to all of them. I have a hard time picking a fucking favorite album. I think right now I'm probably gonna have to settle with Bizarre if I were to just say a favorite album. It's just because the guitar riffs, the scratching, it was just really good. They kind of found themselves.
Sure.
It was their second experimental album where they found the sound that they were looking for in the Jackal Brothers. So,
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, Hell's Pit, absolutely. I still own that CD. I believe it is still in my car right now as we speak, in my 6 CD changer that I never use. But
Nice.
You get to Dark Lotus, man. Past the Axe, I have to say is my favorite, and here's why. It totally reminded me of the Wu-Tang Clan when I forget what song it is, but they're at the end of it. It's like, I'm gonna sew your asshole shut. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
feed
that's,
you.
Method Man.
Method Man.
Method Man, yes,
Dude,
dude.
that's the beginning of it.
And like past the axe, they're like, get as twisted crazy as you can with your verse, and then pass it on to the next guy and see if he can make it even more twisted and crazy. And it was just, I thought it was hilarious. It totally leads you through the way they think as rappers and as writers and as poets. That song, anytime I hear anything ICP, I think Past the Axe, even though it's Dark Lotus, which came
well,
far
and
away.
and realistically, they are just creative fuckers, dude.
Oh, they're super creative.
Very-
Creative.
Well, they wrote that movie.
Yeah.
Big Money Hustlers.
Big Money Hustlers. Well, there was two of them.
And the one with their cowboys too, right? Yeah,
there's
there's
two of
another
them.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's two of
it takes place in like Old West kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, dude, we got to watch it. I mean, hands down, best acting, best writing. I mean, I've never seen.
You know what? Maybe we'll play a drinking game in a bonus episode with the ICP when we do that, and we'll watch Big Money Hustlers and we'll make a game out of it.
We should absolutely do that.
A drinking game out of it.
Oh, stretch nuts. That's what fucking they call fucking Shaggy. Oh, stretch nuts.
Stretch nuts.
That's so funny. Anyway,
Anytime you can tell that one of the juggalos in the background is doing this for free.
you're just standing there with the
It's
fucking
just like, oh, I get to be an extra.
standing with the Fago in hand and shit like.
All right. Let's get into the next segment, which is what I'm calling the dynamic duo. Our favorite two political figures, Rand Paul and Fauci, are at it again at the most recent Senate hearing, which took place on July 20th. The Senate hearing was to give updates on the COVID-19 response in regards to the new Delta variant. In mid-June, the Delta variant counted for more than 30% of all COVID infections. As of mid-July, the cases caused by the Delta variant may be approaching 60%, according to the CDC. Dr. Fauci was in attendance to speak about the effectiveness of the vaccines and how his research has shown that our versions of the vaccine, which are J&J, Pfizer, and Moderna, God damn.
What the fuck, dude? You sound like me.
are very effective against the variants. Fauci said the vaccine's effectiveness against the variant is well in the 90% range, which you were saying earlier that you have read other articles which are saying that as well. So,
Ow. Ow. Ow, that hurt.
God damn it.
Get,
I was trying to do a good one. That's why I wanted the root beer.
Shortly after his speech, senators took rounds asking questions to Dr. Fauci. This brings us to the main topic of this segment. It was finally Rand Paul's turn to question Fauci, and he did so stunningly. Here's a clip.
Dr. Fauci, as you are aware, it is a crime to lie to Congress. Section 1001 of the U.S. Criminal Code creates a felony and a 5-year penalty for lying to Congress. On your last trip to our committee on May 11th, you stated that the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Unfreaking
And
quote.
yet, gain-of-function research was done entirely in the Wuhan Institute by Dr. Shi and was funded by the NIH. I'd like to ask unanimous consent to insert into the record the Wuhan virology paper entitled Discovery of a Rich Gene Pool of Bat SARS-Related Coronaviruses. Please deliver a copy of the journal article to Dr. Fauci. In this paper, Dr. Shi credits the NIH and lists the actual number of the grant that she was given by the NIH. In this paper, she took 2 bat coronavirus genes, spike genes, and combined them with a SARS-related backbone to create new viruses that are not found in nature. These lab-created viruses were then shown to replicate in humans. These experiments combine genetic information from different coronaviruses that infect animals but not humans to create novel artificial viruses able to infect human cells. Viruses that in nature only infect animals were manipulated in the Wuhan lab to gain the function of infecting humans. This research fits the definition of the research that the NIH said was subject to the pause in 2014 to 2017, a pause in funding on gain of function. But the NIH failed to recognize this, defines it away, and it never came under any scrutiny. Dr. Richard E. Bright, a molecular biologist from Rutgers, described this research in Wuhan as the Wuhan lab used NIH funding to construct novel chimeric SARS-related coronaviruses able to infect human cells and laboratory animals. This is high-risk research that creates new potential pandemic pathogens that exist only in the lab, not in nature. This research matches, these are Dr. E. Bright's words, this research matches, indeed epitomizes, the definition of gain-of-function research, done entirely in Wuhan, for which there was supposed to be a federal pause. Dr. Fauci, knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, Do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research
Let's
in
hear it,
Wuhan?
Fauci.
Yes, I didn't know about it. That's what he's going to say.
Microphone.
Your microphone.
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement. This paper that you are referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function. Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans,
Right.
you're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly.
You
And
don't
I
know
want
what
to
you're
say
talking
that
about, you fucking piece of
officially.
shit.
You do not know what you are talking about.
Let's
Okay,
read
you
from the
get one
NIH
person.
Let's read from the
Madam
NIH
Chair, can I
definition of
answer the
gain of
question?
function. This is your definition that you guys wrote. It says that scientific research that increases the transmissibility among mammals is gain of function. They took animal viruses that only occur in animals and they increased their transmissibility to humans. How you can say that is not gain of function?
It is not.
It's a dance, and you're dancing around this because you're trying to obscure responsibility for 4 million people dying around the world
Okay.
from a pandemic.
And let's let Dr. Fauci.
I have to, well, now you're getting into something. If the point
fucking belongs
that
in
you are
jail.
making is that the grant that was funded as a sub-award from EcoHealth to Wuhan created SARS-CoV-2, that's where you are getting. Let me finish.
We don't know.
Well,
we don't
wait
know
a minute.
if it did
I
come
can-
from the lab, but
You-
all the evidence is pointing that it came from the lab, and there will be responsibility for those who funded the lab, including yourself.
I totally
This committee
resent,
will allow the witness to respond.
I totally resent the lie that you are now propagating, Senator, because if you look at the viruses that were used in the experiments, that were given in the annual reports, that were published in the literature, it is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those viruses
it is,
caused it.
It
no
is
one is alleging that
molecularly.
those viruses caused the pandemic. What we're alleging is that
You
gain of
lied
function
about
research
doing
was going
gain of
on in that
function
lab,
research.
and NIH funded it.
That
You
is
can't
not-
get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not
Paul, you-
obfuscating the truth.
Senator
You are the
Paul's
one.
time is expired, but I will allow the witness to.
Let me just finish. I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified virologists and evolutionary biologists, those viruses are molecularly impossible
No one's
to
saying
result
they are. No
in
one's saying those viruses
SARS-CoV-2.
caused the pandemic.
Senator Paul,
We're saying they are gain-of-function viruses because they were
they're not.
animal viruses that became more transmissible in human.
Fauci,
and you
are you
funded
fucking
it.
retarded?
And you-
Don't admit the truth.
And you
Senator
implying
Paul, your time has expired, and I will allow witnesses who come before this committee to respond.
and you are implying that what we did was responsible for the deaths of individuals.
No, he's implying you
I
lied,
totally
you
resent
dipshit.
that.
Could have
And
been.
if anybody
It could
is
have been.
lying here, Senator, it is you.
Wow.
Look at him. He's just drinking.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Fuck you, dude.
Senator Smith.
Bye, Fauci. Bye, Felicia-Fauci, or I don't know how to make that work. What a piece of chunk monkey. Seriously.
You know what? So this is just the thing: is if you were to look in the if you were to look and search up this meeting, all of it, like CNN and all of them, they go, Fauci totally roasted Rand Paul.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
But they don't sit there and say anything else about what the actual fucking conversation
That's
was,
because
you
their
know?
viewers don't actually listen. They just like what the talking head says.
Yeah. Which, you know what, and that's just the thing too. Is like I don't understand where he's coming from, where he's saying that this is not gain of function because we say it's not gain of function. It was like, well, no, like
You said it was gain of function.
you say right here this is gain of function. Then why isn't this considered gain of function if this meets the standards of gain
And
of
then
function?
he's like, we didn't cause SARS. That's not what I'm asking, bro.
fucking this thing.
That's not what I'm getting at. We didn't cause SARS. I don't like what you're implying.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm sure we're gonna see more of them bickering down the road.
Jesus.
All right. Well, that ends that segment. Let's get into the next one. Fulton County. So, I thought this was going to be bigger than what it is. I don't know.
That's what she said.
I don't know if you two have seen the Tucker Carlton's piece on Fulton County at all.
Carlson, you mean?
Yeah, Tucker Carlson, yes, yeah. He did a great dive into the current claims of election fraud and the possibility of it being true. Unfortunately, when I looked into the things he was talking about, most of the claims are based on hearsay and speculation. So, since I can't provide any sources to show proof, I'm not going to talk about them.
All right.
I mean, be honest. But there were two that did have sources to back the claim. It is the same thing that happened in Maricopa County: double voting and improper duplication. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution, which is a liberal-based newspaper, reported that there was cases of double ballot counting, which was discovered when Georgia made their digital ballots viewable to the public. Here's a clip of David Cross, who is a consultant for Voter GA, which Voter GA stands for Voters Organized for Trusted Election Results in Georgia.
I think it's just pronounced voter gay. What's so funny?
You're funny, Dingo.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
You think that was funny?
Yes. That's why you're here on the podcast, because you bring the randomness. You're my wild card. That's what you are, dude.
Really? I thought I was the voice of reason.
If anybody's the voice of reason, it's our audio engineer.
It's true. Shorty. That's Shorty's job.
Exactly.
Guys, shut the fuck up.
Watch.
Sorry, Shorty.
What I'm going to show you here is two ballots side by side. One of them is marked for Jason Shaw, and it's got a little squiggle mark next to it. You can see it's got the identical mark on the second one. And the ballot image is stored up here on the top left. So this one over here is scanner 5162. That's scanner number 3. Batch number 235, image number 19. And that matches 234, image 59. So you have the same ballot counted twice in the images and counted in the audit. How that's possible, I don't know.
Yeah, it's done there.
Counting ballot?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Now that's from the audit in
Georgia. Yes.
That is actual footage of them presenting their findings.
That's actual footage, yeah, of the Voter GA presenting what they found from the viewable digital ballots.
That is so disturbing.
Yeah. So and
It wasn't Trump. 1, 2.
Well, and so and where that's going, I think is hopefully they can get it to the Supreme Court to then try and make a case out of it. I think the Supreme Court shot them down once before this, and I think they're making another case to then. God damn it, Dingo!
What?
What are you looking at?
I'm listening to you.
But they're currently trying to then retake it there. So, yeah. Anyways.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So let's just pretend that everybody is corrupt and guilty. Everybody is corrupt and guilty.
Yeah.
So you have half the nation that wants Trump, and half the world trying to hack into our voting system in order to make Trump win. So we've got, like, what is that, 4.5 billion people voting for Trump? And then you've got half the people who wanted Biden, and you have people inside America trying to get Biden to win. So you got, what is that, 155 million against 4.5 billion? Am I doing my math right? Would it even matter if I was off by like several hundred million?
I don't think it would.
Like, that's insane. How come we're not hearing about like China hacking in and being like, they made Biden win?
And so this is the thing is this is just user error in itself, because
no, it's clearly corruption.
Yeah, it's
no. It's corruption of the system. Somebody did not make a mistake.
Yeah.
They scanned the same damn thing twice.
Yeah. Well, and that's what brings in the duplication process, because these are coupled things. So yes, there was obviously evidence of double voting, and I think the reason that we had double votes counted is because when the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reviewed the digital ballot images, they saw ballots were improperly duplicated, which, if we remember in the last episode, improperly duplicated ballots make it hard to determine if the ballot is a duplication or not. So they most likely get counted twice. So it's people who are having to make the duplications because if the ballot that gets mailed in is damaged at all, they have to make a duplicate so that way they.
Oh yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I think these two are coupled together, and I think it's a lot of it. If maybe might be something that somebody's trying to do, or it's just fucking user error, and we need a proper way of fucking doing this better. You know, whether it's a conspiracy for they were trying to get Biden to win, or it's just our process of counting mail-in ballots sucks, and we need to be better at it.
I think the true answer to your dilemma there would be how many ballots did that happen to?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Because if it's just that one.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. User error.
No. So
I
guess
10,000.
The Atlanta, Georgia, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, they found 200 of them, and that's just because that's what they looked at, and it's in that article that I have up there. But yeah, they found like 200 of them. Yeah. So it's obviously a problem, and if somebody knew that you could take advantage of this, I could see people taking advantage of it. You know, there just needs to be a better way. But yeah, I don't know. That's just me.
Why are they duplicating them in the first place?
That's because the reason they're duplicating them is because if they come in damaged, they can't put it through the counter damaged. So they need to photocopy them and duplicate them, so that way then they can.
So it's a nice flat piece of paper.
Yeah. But if you're not stamping them saying it's a duplicate, or you're fine printing it because you can't see anything, or you're printing it in an area where you can't tell that it's fucking duplicated, then you're just like, oh well, this is obviously just another vote. Boop, boop, you know, and just throw them in. And then when you do a hand audit count, you are looking at those duplicated things, and you can't even tell when you're hand counting that it's duplicated. So the numbers stay the same.
That's what that one guy said. He was like, I can't even read this shit.
Yeah, from Maricopa.
You want me to audit
yes.
What? Yeah, the Maricopa.
Yes, but. I don't know.
Rocket penis. Right?
That's right. That's what brings us into the next segment. So next segment, rocket penis. Jeff Bezos launched into space in a rocket that resembled a penis. He was accompanied with his brother Mark Bezos, Mary Wallace, who is an aviation pioneer. That's hard on the mouth.
I'll be hard on your mouth.
I'm not even gonna. That's too easy. It's too easy. Low hanging fruit.
And a Dutch teenager, Oliver Damon. I think I said you say his name, Damon.
Yeah, that'd be a Damon.
Well, yeah. Why does he have a Dutch teenager accompanying him on this space ride? Did he win something? Or is it his little his little boy?
Okay, no,
I doubt it.
One real quick thing.
Yeah.
The way you named it Rocket Penis, it sounds like a rocket has a penis. You should have named it Penis Rocket because it's a penis. It's a rocket that looks like a penis. Because when you say rocket penis, I'm thinking like, does this rocket have a dick? Like, what is going on?
But he's Mexican. The adjective always comes after the noun.
Damn.
So Dingo and Shorty currently they have pictures of what the rocket looks like, and it definitely resembles a fucking penis.
That's a mushroom tip if I've ever seen.
We also both speak more Spanish than you do.
Yes, you do. And then underneath that picture of the penis rocket, it shows there's a diagram of how it works. Obviously, it takes off, it releases the payload, and then the rocket then lands, and then after that, the payload lands after that.
Can you really fucking call that a fucking space flight? It's just shooting up in the air and then coming back down. What the fuck is that? It's not even staying in orbit, man. Fuck you.
And, you know, and
the penis rocket releases its payload.
Hey. It releases it releases it.
That's what we call the money shot, all right?
So
I'll say it was a money shot. What did it cost him?
I think $5.5 billion.
Jesus
Christ.
But this is the thing is what is defined as space is a certain point once you reach a certain point in the atmosphere. So yes, they did go to space, but they didn't go to space.
Yeah,
You
well, and
know?
also there was the FFA, the Federal Aviation Association. They actually changed the definition of what an astronaut is.
Oh, fuck you, Bezos.
Yeah, so right as he took off too, they're like, yeah, I don't think so. You're not an astronaut.
Did it
motherfucker."
while he was in the air.
Yeah. Like, nope. Sorry.
Is he gone? Is he off the planet? Do you have access to Twitter? Here we go. We have 5 minutes, gentlemen.
The name of the penis-resembling rocket is the New Shepard, named after Alan Shepard, the first American in space. The penis took off on July 20th, which is the 20th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing. They reached an altitude of 66 miles, 10 miles higher than Virgin founder Richard Branson. So I'm sure he was just like, I just want to go higher than him. I need to beat Richard Branson.
And I want it shaped like a penis. Whatever, man. It's your money.
What if that was the best like aerodynamic way to build something is just the shape of a penis? You know, that's why he built it that way.
I mean, it's got good penetration. Let's be real. It can go places other things can't go.
It slides very well. When Bezos and company returned, he was seen wearing a cowboy hat. And upon questioning, he thanked the employees and customers for paying the cost of his expedition, which was $5.5 billion. Yeah.
Fucking cock. Yeah, it's like spitting in your face and saying, thanks, fucker. And it's like, what?
Hey, let me
Fuck
see your
you.
back. I need to climb these stairs.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I get they're also trying to make like space travel for regular,
Like us.
people.
Yeah. Or I don't think it's ever going to be for regular people.
Yeah,
but it's like,
who can afford it, motherfuckers?
Blade Runner.
So,
Blade Runner theory.
Here is a clip of him saying what he said.
The newest international astronauts, the crew of New Shepard. Congratulations, all 4 of you.
The crew, because they flew
What was it like? Was everything you imagined?
I'm going to answer that question, but just real quick.
Please.
I want to thank a few people. First of all of the engineers at Blue Origin who have toiled hard to get this done. The people who build the vehicle, all of our manufacturing people. This is a big team. They've been working on it for many years, and they have done an extraordinary job of building the most reliable, most beautiful, most fun.
I bet you think it's beautiful and fun.
I can vouch for that. I'll get to that in a second. Vehicle.
In regards to my penis,
we owe them
beautiful.
a deep gratitude. And
Why is Maynard sitting next to me?
Right,
who
dude?
kept us safe today, who
Looks like
operated the vehicle.
Are they holding
our
hands?
Trainers, everybody.
No,
it's just huge.
It kind of looks like it's though. Huh?
It's huge.
I also want to thank the town of Van Horn. This is a small and amazing little town. We're making a dent in it. And we appreciate you for allowing us to be part of your town. And then I want to thank every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer, because you guys paid for all of this. So seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart very much.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty
it's very
sure I could
appreciated.
do.
Thank you when you start paying into it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%.
It's done there.
I'm pretty sure I could do an excellent Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he sounds like a
impression.
fucking surfer, you know, or stoner.
guys
Yeah.
paid
dude,
for all this.
Bruh, like, did you know?
Did you know that you paid for all of this and we made a huge dent in your little town?
He reminded me of that one. Have you seen that commercial of that surfer dude who's like, you can't even understand what he's saying? He's like, you're like, can't you ever? That's what he reminded me of.
Did he sound a little drunk?
You know what? They might have been drinking. I would have been drinking.
They
riding the
probably
fucking
had a
rocket
glass
to
of
space.
champagne when they got off.
Like,
I mean,
wait, don't.
Because I think
he might not be an astronaut, but he did just set a record.
Because I'm sure once it gets to that point, it kind of free floats for a little bit before it starts
Oh yeah.
going down.
Most
so
likely.
Well, that's what that thing that you posted right
Yeah.
here shows, is that they're in free fall for sense separation. Almost a third of their journey in their arc is spent in free fall.
Oh.
If that graph is accurate. I mean,
Yeah. Well, after those remarks, he was met with criticism by the media and Twitter keyboard warriors because it wasn't
that
spit in
you
the face.
included?
Yeah, no, it kind of was. Like, I guess some
No,
people
I
were
didn't
probably
do
just like
anything,
shitting on him just because, oh, you're not an astronaut, whatever else like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, what kind of was
Well,
a fucking spit in
and
the face?
what
to
it
him?
was is
Like,
I think some Twitter posted, he's like, you could buy 5.5 million Coney hot dogs with that and feed fucking
Shut the
everybody.
fuck up.
Feed all of New York.
Shut the fuck up. God damn. I hate people who do that bullshit. Like, I get it, like the whole world hunger or other shit. Like, yeah. It's important, but whatever. Like that, you're just being fucking petty. You
No,
fuck.
and this is the thing. It's just it felt like this was the big dick move for him. He's like, let me show you how much money I got.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He built a giant dick and rode it to space. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Dick move, all right. Yeah, that's a dick move. All right.
So I think he's worth like when I was reading this, like 115 billion or something like that, dude.
He must have sank some money into his stuff because about a year ago he was 200. But you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that one scene from The Dark Knight. You like the suit? You paid for it. Or you bought it.
Yeah. Oh, Heath Ledger? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I want to hear what the clown has to say.
You know,
little Gamble here won't have a nickel for his grandmother or whatever.
Yeah, the nickel. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. Actually, it's funny because I actually watched that a couple of days ago.
Oh God, what a great movie!
Yeah, it was a great movie.
So he's worth $209.2 billion.
Well, there we go.
You bought it,
cocksucker.
Don't blow this out of proportion as I ride this giant penis into space.
And Shorty has a vendetta against
fuck yeah,
Jeff
dude.
Bezos because he worked for the company.
I worked for the company for a while, man, and then the way those people get treated, man, it's fucking criminal, man.
And your hard work paid for him to go to space.
Yeah, I know, fucking cocksucker.
I know.
Fuck.
I know.
All right. Well, with the end of that brings us to our last segment before we pop tops. The Fungus Among Us. So this is a quick one. This is pulled from the AP, which is the Associated Press, if nobody knows what it is. U.S. health officials said Thursday they now have evidence of an untreatable fungus spreading in 2 hospitals and nursing homes. The superbug, is what they're calling it, was found in a Washington, D.C. nursing home and in Dallas, Texas, in 2 hospitals.
That's very far apart.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of weird, huh? You think it'd be like a lot closer. The CDC report...
A handful.
Yeah. A handful of the patients had invasive fungal infections that were impervious to all 3 major classes of medication. Dr. Megan Hyman.
Hyman.
We're just gonna call her Hyman.
I changed her name and I can't remember what the first letter was now.
Whatever.
You fucking
It was Lyman. It was Lyman.
Lyman. It was Lyman.
Whatever. Hyman sounds.
Why, that was fucked up. You're a fucking asshole.
Well, I can't get balls in there. You guys keep noticing it. That one was like set up for failure.
She's from the CDC, and she said, "This is really the first time." And she said, quote, "This is really the first time we've started seeing clustering of resistance in which patients seem to be getting the infection from each other. The fungus, Candida auris, is a harmful form of yeast that is considered dangerous to hospitals and nursing home patients with serious medical problems. It's most deadly when it enters the bloodstream, heart, or brain. Outbreaks in healthcare facilities have been spurred when the fungus spread through patients' contact or on contaminated surfaces." That's so weird to say it like that. Anyways.
You did great.
Health officials have sounded alarms for years about the superbug after seeing infections in which commonly used drugs had little effect.
Multi-resistance, it's been around.
In 2019, doctors diagnosed 3 cases in New York that were also resistant to a class of drug called
just as it's spelled.
It's cyanide.
Echinocandins.
What the fuck? You spelled cyanide.
That were considered a last line of defense.
Echinocandins.
In those cases, there was no evidence the infection had spread from patient to patient. Scientists concluded the resistance of the drugs formed during treatment.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
which is fast.
That's like, dude, holy shit.
Yeah, in your body, it's gonna mutate.
Yeah, and the fact that it actually mutated in his body and found what it needed to mutate, that's fucking scary.
Imagine if COVID could do that. So you get your shot, And then it mutates after you get your vaccine because it's
Fuck,
avoiding the
dude.
vaccine.
Wow.
Like, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Gotta be fucking fucked up, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? This actually fucking reminds me a lot about, and it's kind of stupid, but there's a video game called The Last of Us.
Yeah,
That a fungus
yeah.
that fucking infects people and starts in fucking Texas.
Oh, that's right.
That's
It
scary.
was a fungus.
Yes, it's a fungus that takes over your brain, and the fungus is actually real. But
yeah,
the fungus
it's the one for ants.
Yeah,
Yes.
it only exists in ants or
Yeah.
in like other insects and shit like that.
Oh, God,
but-
what's the name of it? We got to look it up.
But while
It's
Dingo's
like
doing
cordyceps
that,
or something like that. Cordyceps.
side notes,
Brain fungus.
the Black Death is the reason we haven't been able to get rid of it is because it's a organism, not a virus.
Yeah.
So it's
Bacteria.
bacteria. So
Yeah.
you can't get rid of it. There's nothing you can do with it other than just you die.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, when you catch it, yes, you can't get
Yeah,
rid of it.
yeah.
But the only way to keep it fucking gone is be fucking clean.
Yes, and that's exactly that. Yeah.
Be cleanly. Fuck.
So it's called Ophiocordyceps
Cordyceps, I thought so.
unilateralis.
Yeah. So I was like, cordyceps is the short word that they
And
use
it makes
for
the zombie ants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes.
That's fucking.
Yeah, where they
that's
go and
nuts.
just hang out for 13 days until they die and it grows through their brain. Like, yeah.
Yeah. It uses the shell of the body.
They
as
probably
a
make
host,
that
yeah.
sound.
That's fucked
Oh,
up.
they make the sound in the game.
Yeah, the clickers. It's fucking scary.
You might be asking, where did this fungus originate?
Ants.
Well, according to the CDC, the fungus was first identified in 2009 in Japan. Retrospective review of Candida strain collections found that the earliest known strain of the fungus dates to 1996 in South Korea.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
CDC considers the fungus an emerging pathogen because increasing numbers of infection have been identified in multiple countries since it was recognized.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this goes. I'm sure we'll have updates on this throughout the year.
Hopefully, we won't.
Yeah, hopefully nothing develops about this. It disappears, and
It's
we don't have to
just
talk about it anymore.
there were 3.
I wonder if it's resistant to bleach.
I mean,
No, but we're not resistant
Yeah,
to bleach. So
yeah.
if you
Yeah, I
inject
was gonna
someone
say-
with bleach,
yeah, like holy shit.
you're cured. You're also dead.
You want to get some sanitizer in there too? See if that helps. Shit.
I'm gonna wash your brain.
All right. Well, that brings us into popping tops. You guys ready for this shit?
Let's do it.
All right. Officer saves man with the potato chip bag.
Say, huh?
Yeah. This was pulled from, I think, CNN. But
Oh, so it's fake.
yeah, yeah. Officer Ronald Kennedy arrived at the scene in Harlem on July 7th and immediately approached the victim, who had been stabbed by a homeless man in the chest. He yelled to an observer to grab a bag of potato chips. The observer returned with said bag of potato chips. Kennedy emptied the bag of potato chips on the floor, then told the observer to get tape. Once the observer returned with the tape, Kennedy placed the bag of potato chips on his wound and taped it to make some makeshift bandage. EMS arrived on the scene and removed the makeshift bandage and put a red bandage on it, and then transported him to the hospital. According to the physician who attended to this person, he said Kennedy's quick thinking saved the victim's life.
Wow.
Not all cops are bad, and thanks to Kennedy, we see why we need officers. So, here's to you, Officer Kennedy.
I love good cop stories.
Same here. And dude, I wonder if it really did stop the bleeding, and I wonder if if the doctor just said it just to say it. You know?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it completely staunched the bleeding, but it did help restrict the flow because anything can do that. I mean, dude, you could have fucking torn a piece of a shirt off and done that.
Well, he should have told the dude to grab. He should have told the dude to grab tampons, bro.
So
that would have helped better because it absorbs blood. Like Jesus. Like so. I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to belittle this dude.
I know.
He saved somebody. That's
no,
cool.
he did.
But a bag of chips, like that's just outlandish, man. Like holy shit. Anyway.
Well, which makes the story really cool.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why.
exactly. Yeah, that's why I was like, I get this.
And me and Dingo watched the video, and like he gets to the scene. He's like, the guy's like, oh, I've been stabbed in my lungs. He goes, I can see that. And he looks and he's like, you go get me a bag of potato chips. And the guy just runs right into the store, comes after these. He's like, it's a pretty cool video. It's a pretty cool video.
That's fun.
I can tell you some stuff about this.
All
First,
right.
Well, sort of, kind of. Okay. First off, that is a form of combat bandaging.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So he's probably military.
Yeah, he had to have been. He had to have been to even have known about that. So there's these trauma military dressings that are pretty much, they're plastic like that, and the whole idea is to keep the blood in your body.
Yeah.
The one thing about your organs and like your inner fascia and like all that stuff is it's permeable by water. So even though that blood is not in your veins, if it's still in your body, it's internal bleeding. That's better than bleeding out.
Oh, okay.
So when you do that, you do two things. One, you stop suction. You stop pneumothorax to the chest.
Yeah.
Air is not getting sucked in, which will eventually collapse the lung.
Okay.
And the second thing you're doing is you're stopping the blood from coming out.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Well, that makes
exactly
sense.
what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't staunch it completely, but
Exactly.
he restricted the flow of blood to help him survive.
Exactly. Because when we get hurt, we think I need something to soak the blood up
Yeah.
that I can hold on it, right? It's a totally different kind of bandage, only used for those kinds of like severe battle trauma
I understand
wounds.
the wanting to stop the airflow into the lung because that's obviously
Yeah, because it can collapse. It's
that
a
makes
pneumothorax.
sense.
But
That makes sense.
well, a pneumothorax actually is if it had punctured the lung, then your lung's going to leak oxygen into your chest and collapse your lungs anyway.
Oh, okay.
But this prevents additional oxygen from coming in. If he did have a pneumothorax, they would have to take it off to let the air out of his chest and let his lungs reinflate. Anyway,
I don't think he was stabbed in his lungs. I think the dude was just like, I've been stabbed because he couldn't really breathe.
Yeah.
So, like he was probably panicking, but still like.
Well, and he was kind of swatting away at that light too, so he was clearly like conscious and like kind of
in the
like
video, yes, he was.
Stop. The socks, get that away from me.
Damn, that's nuts.
I can't believe I'm being saved by a bag of Lay's. They better be fucking barbecue.
No, he's gonna have a unique story to tell for the rest of his fucking life.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna win every game of I have from here on out until all eternity.
So, let's close this out. So, just heads up, this episode will be the first episode on YouTube, and another thing to announce here. What me and Dingo are going to be using the YouTube channel for is we're going to start a new podcast, and we're going to call it Torn Hub. And it's a game we play constantly. So, and it's just going to be an informative podcast, and I'm sure Dingo has some stuff to say about his baby.
Oh, I got a lot to say about this. First off, I can't wait for you to be in the passenger seat so you can shit all over my ideas. Isn't that going to be great? You can make fun of me. You can interrupt me. I'll have this whole script written. You can plug in things I never expected you to say. It's going to be great. We're going to totally
I'm going to write balls all the time.
Oh, all the time, man. Get in there. We're going to use the same thing. We're going to use Google Docs so you can get in there and screw shit up. But anyway, Torn Hub is going to be a podcast for new players. And if any of you listening are looking for a game that you can play very passively, yet meet some really cool people in and play with us, Torn is where it's at.
Yeah.
You can find a link to it on our website. You just scroll down on the landing page and it's right there. But our Torn Hub is going to be one, we're going to explain how to play the game because the learning curve is...
It's hard.
It's hard. You can spend hours on the forum. I still am learning about it. So is Scrap. And we've played, 120 days or something? Yeah.
It's you're constantly evolving with the game.
Yeah. But that's kind of part of what makes it cool because you're playing this with other people. It's massively multiplayer. And the rules are pretty much real life, which means you can do anything you want in it. I mean, there's that one guy who made that comic that was like, hey, you got to play this game. It's totally cool. It's called Torn City, and I commit crimes and all this stuff. Oh, yeah, what do you do in it? I export flowers.
And which you can. You can get a job, or you can own a company like that sells adult novelties.
Or put together a coup and take over a faction. Like, you can do anything you want because it's all real players.
Yeah. By the way, it's a text-based RPG, so there's not a lot of in-depth, like, running around.
It's not
places.
action. Yeah. It's not an FPS.
Yeah. You gotta use your imagination.
Hey. Imagination.
I almost spat my root beer on my keyboard. That was beautiful.
Oh, shit.
But yeah. Anyway, if you guys want to check it out, it's going to be called Torn Hub. It's going to be on the YouTube channel only, just to save us space.
Yeah.
Hope you come play with us.
And we're gonna have to get Shorty to start playing Torn.
He would hate it.
Yeah, he probably would.
absolutely hate it. I think you would hate. You could try it. You'll like the people and the chat room, but I think other than that, the game's just.
I've played D&D before. Fucko. It's basically the same
for
shit.
real?
Duh.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Except
No shit.
it's like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's Cyberpunk D&D. Maybe we should have just fucking said that.
Well, you can find us.
You would like it.
You can find us at thereddots.com. We have links to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. Plus, you can find bios about Dingo and I. And Shorty's bio is going to be coming soon. We keep on saying that.
You know my bio, motherfucker. You already know.
Yeah, fuck bitches, get money.
Exactly.
I think all our listeners do too.
And you can also find the link to the empty YouTube channel. That's not going to be empty here soon. So, but we scored the name of the YouTube channel, and that's all. That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
And we're gonna hold on to it forever. So if you're another red dot, we want 1 million for the YouTube channel. Now.
1 million yen.
1 million yen,
which is more.
And don't even think about taking the red dots 1 because we got that too.
I want several bitcoins for the name.
I mean, that'd be nice. We could all buy a Tesla.
Yeah.
Throw some Doge in there. We're good.
Oh no! Because Tesla doesn't let you buy.
Oh, that's right. You, Elon Musk. You tell us to buy Doge. You get rid of Bitcoin, and then you slam Doge.
Tank everything
on Saturday Night Live. That's your announcement. I'm the Doge father. What a dick.
Anyways, we upload every Wednesday, or at least we try to. Life happens.
Yep.
But I will leave you with this. Question everything. Whilst you are questioning everything and you are going down your conspiracy holes. The luscious holes. And you come across something that hints towards anti-Semitism. Stop there. There's no need to go further. I can already tell you what's going to happen. 1, it will get deeply anti-Semitic. 2, not all the time, but sometimes, it will lead you to a cult. And cults never end well. All you have to do is look at QAnon. And the poor bastard QAnon shaman.
He's rotting in jail right now, isn't he?
Yeah. And he can't get his Whole Foods.
You know what, man? I bet you the QAnon shaman's like headdress is worth millions on eBay.
But that is like a big old bear, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a bear. Or
No. It has horns on it.
Is it a ram?
It's like a Viking helmet. And he was wearing some type of like fur.
Dude, in his shield, anything that man was holding is gonna be worth millions.
Yes.
I guarantee it.
Well, and I'll say this: he won a case against the prison that's holding him because they weren't giving him his organic food that he needs, and that's how he eats is organically. And it was I forgot how they worded it, but they ended up losing the case, and they have to ship in organic food for him now
How the fuck
and feed
did
him.
you lose that?
I don't know.
How do you lose that?
I don't know.
Because once you commit a crime or do something that's a crime,
you lose.
You don't have rights anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no rights.
Yeah, that was the meme about it. Was that? Well, why are you catering to him? He committed a crime.
How the fuck do you lose that?
So they have to buy organic food.
Gross
for him
incompetence. That's what it is.
Christ, dude. Holy shit. Whoever had that was handling that case dropped the fucking ball.
For sure. Wow. Well, anyway, you guys know you can always come to us for a value of anything that the QAnon shaman wore and what its value is on eBay. If you have any questions about anything political, we'll break it down for you. So come to us with a question. We'll come back at you with an answer. And we love that you listen to us. And thank you so much for once again listening to our bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And I know we detailed today a lot about douchebags going to space and how minuscule we are in the scheme of things. But one thing that is not minuscule is your life and your place in this world. So don't be afraid to sometimes just step back, take a breath, reevaluate and, attack life head on. Go out there, be good people, love each other.
There we
go.
Love
the shit out of each other.
Not like that. Wait,
hard.
love each other with consent.
With consent.
Fuck.
But,
well, guys,
like we always say, thanks, Obama.
Let's get scratching.